The second Dragon Ball Z TV special, History of Trunks, was released in 1993, and it is my favourite piece of Dragon Ball media ever created. Originally airing between episodes 175 and 176, one of the only movies you could truly consider canon, it is actually based off of an extra chapter from the manga. It depicts the original post-apocalyptic future in which Goku dies from the heart virus and a teenage Trunks tries to defeat androids 17 and 18. This serves as the backstory to fan-favourite character, Future Trunks, and I consider it essential viewing for the series. Whenever I am introducing a friend to Dragon Ball, I always am adamant that this is a must-watch. The animation is fantastic, the settings are particularly gorgeous, mainly the sunsets and rainstorms really embellish the tone of the special. It has a small but amazing cast of characters. Androids 17 and 18 are some of the scariest and strongest villains in the series here. Bulma has always been one of the most important characters in the series. She is the core of the main group of characters. They would be doomed without her help. She has always been a great believer in love and family. This version is the epitome of a mother. She has been through so much trauma and yet still holds on to hope. "I love you, Trunks, if you only knew how much," is just one of her many memorable quotes from this film. Hope is the central theme of the film, and it's driven by Bulma. It always makes me emotional thinking about it. I can hear the dialogue as spoken in my head, and it's really interesting to hear Trunks asking Bulma what Vegeta's like, and her kind of coy responses. This is aided all by the great voice acting performances, and I'm talking dub. If you're a DBZ dub hater, I don't have time for you. I will go for sub when it's better, but I recognize when dub is better, and it's not just the nostalgia. The DBZ dub is so great, those voices are iconic. Getting to see Trunks develop into the badass character that we all know and love is awesome. His friendship with Gohan is the core of the film and one of the best pairings in DBZ. The English Funimation dub essentially used the entire Scenes from a Memory album by Dream Theater as its soundtrack, and I absolutely love that album. It's so perfect for the film, especially the song Through Her Eyes, which is played at the end. It's just beautiful. That's another thing I prefer about the dub of DBZ is the Bruce Falconer score and the songs they choose for these movies. They understand what the tone of the show should be. Now, the runtime is just under 50 minutes, so technically not a movie, of course, just a TV special. But, you know, all the movies for DBZ pre-Battle of Gods they tried to pass off as movies were also like sort of glorified episodes in a way, like double episodes, if you will. They're like 45 minutes. The Broly movie was an hour, but that's still not enough to really be considered a feature. Yeah, it's essentially a double episode. What they achieve in that time is incredible, but it's a shame it's not longer. If this was a full film, then it would probably be better. There's a reason that this is the story that most fans go to when they're making their own short live-action fan films on YouTube. Its material is rich, it's grim, but optimistic, brutal, and real. This is why stuff like Dragon Ball Super just doesn't really work for me. The violence hits hard in this. The despair Trunks feels, it hits hard. A lot of people like to claim that the DBZ characters are not very deep and that they're quite shallow, but you only need to watch this to know that they are deep. I will never forget the impression this special left on me as a child. I think it was pivotal in developing my love for deeply emotional storytelling and more mature stories that have stakes and consequences, as well as characters that truly reflect humanity. Humans are very resilient. They hold a lot inside them, and they often do their damnedest to survive. Even when all seems lost and they're all alone, they still have hope.